What's up?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Question mark.
Well, we're gonna jam in tonight's the talk about Keyforge future that we couldn't fit in last night. I'm really glad that we kicked it to today because we would have gone way over time.
We were perfectly on time.
Yeah, I feel like we did a pretty good job. So, will there be much shade cast? No, on Keyforge or Highlander, because we do plan on opening the Highlander stuff tonight. We don't know when. We might play a couple games at AoA. If they are great, then we'll jump into some Highlander to kind of space it out.
Just to see what those cards look like.
Yeah, just to see. I don't think we can actually make decks from this. I didn't look up the rules or anything. Like I said, I think this is like a great exercise in yeah, I think this is a great exercise in what's known as grokkability. Like, can you understand something without having it told to you?
Well, the card games in general are notoriously awful at just CCG speak, where you can read a card and it's not the same language as you.
Correct.
Correct.
So,
what's up, Sky Jedi?
Yeah.
How's it going? I saw you're working on the algorithm a bit with Eddie Keen. That's very cool. Very
cool.
Sky is able to actually generate decks from each set now.
Well,
I think he's
we're light years ahead. We're light years ahead of FFG. So, we'll have to copyright the algorithm and then force them to rent it from us.
Now you're thinking.
So, and also before we get too far into tonight, I did want to make sure that Justin and I offer a sincere and public apology for last night. The intro to one of the games had a word we would not have chosen to put into that. The intros are provided by the community, and well, we have dealt with it off stream. I don't want to turn it into like go dogpile on the individual responsible, but we did want to say, hey, it's on us to like make sure the stuff that comes on our stream meets our standards. So
lesson learned, we will do our best so it does not happen.
That is not a mistake that we would like to repeat. I'm not saying it won't happen again, but that is not one that we particularly enjoyed. It was one of those things where I was not sure I heard what I thought I heard.
Yeah, I think we were both like, and we
just kind of like went with it because it was live. And then
one of those things where you hear a thing, but your brain can't quite register it.
Yeah,
and you're not expecting to hear something like that.
When the stream ended, the first thing I said to Justin was like, did that actually happen? And we went back and reviewed it, and we were like, okay, well, let's make sure that we make it very clear that that was not something that we wanted on stream.
So it's a weird time jump in the YouTube video from last night.
Yeah, that's why. It's that. So once again, we're sorry. That's on us, and we wanted to get that out of the way.
Yep.
So yeah. Okay. AoA. We got some starters. I got some booster boxes.
It's good. The booster boxes is way easier to deal with than cracking starters.
Yeah.
As someone who has opened many starters in the last several days, they're very annoying and clunky.
Are we scanning these?
We should scan them.
Okay. So people can search them.
Yeah. We're tiny.
Yeah.
What's up? Also, I adjusted the camera a little bit today, so let me know how it is. I think it looks good. Lord Callis, happy to be alive. Happy you're here.
Appreciate that.
I think it looks better than it does yesterday. It's like a little brighter.
Yeah,
I'm worried about washout because like last time it was bright, the pictures and text boxes being washed out was a problem. So we'll see.
It really is a struggle to get things where they're good and then maintain them. So
yeah.
All right.
Cormac attack.
Cormac.
15 months.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. All right, so let's just like not look.
Okay.
Chat can see.
This is the dreaded of Night Alley.
You can scan this one too.
Okay. Unusually gray labor.
And gray labor.
Gray labor. Yeah. Unusually gray labor. Sanctum Shadows Disc. Claymore.
Tier 3, 29 months. My gosh.
Good.
And is that a hype train?
Now we have to feign interest in a hype train. Skavizi.
Wow, what a hype train. AoA Sealed. Mirror match. Is it the same houses? It is the same houses. Unusually gray labor.
And so the discussion about Keyforge's future will be kind of an ongoing thing throughout these, right? I know there's a lot of enthusiasm in the community about the future of the game. I wish I could say I share that enthusiasm. Having worked in security and overlap with compliance, I learned a lot about the way companies communicate in a way to make bad news seem not that bad. There's no way a hiatus is good for the game in the long term. Because it may do enough damage so that any eventual revamp may not be big enough to overcome like the lost interest in the game.
I would counterpoint that by just saying that if Keyforge relaunches with a digital client, that may be enough to push the interest back up, because there's a lot of people that did not want to follow up with the game because the lack of digital client pushed them out of the game.
Yeah.
I think there are other factors that could make a relaunch successful. I think Keyforge is a unique, pun intended, type of game in that we don't know how this type of game will be received. And I posted on Twitter that this is one of the only CCGs that could take a 2-year break and you could still play a new type of game every single time you play the game.
Yeah, yeah. Now, it's not as if the meta will get particularly old, right?
Right. That's the problem with card games not releasing new stuff, is that the meta just kind of tapers off, and you have your 66% win deck that is everyone's playing in the meta, and then you start. It's just boring, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's LCG problems.
You haven't missed too much Anxious Pirates. We are jumping into the first game here. We're playing some sealed AoA, and we're basically just going to have like an open forum discussion on the game's future now that we've got some time to talk about it. And I won that roll, right?
Yes. Wait, no, I did. I rolled 10.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Where's Dust Imp?
I'm just going to keep saying that I won the roll.
Yeah.
I think I actually mulligan this hand.
We do plan still on streaming Keyforge as long as we can make good content for it.
Yeah, and we will likely be at a once-a-week Keyforge stream.
Kind of like what we were right before Dark Giants came out.
Yeah, since...
it's a mirror with the same color Archon, yeah. That's really funny.
My Archon's like, got a gown. So...
We are gonna bring back Card Game Necromancy for those who have been asking about that recently.
Yeah,
we're going to Gen Con this week, so
we're gonna see what we could find there.
If we get some good deals on like card games that are ridiculous looking, like it doesn't even have to be a popular old card game. We'll pick it up and we'll see what we got. We might not be able to even play it, but we'll show it off.
We'll do our best with what we get.
That's to explain a lot of the silence that's been coming from FFG. Personally, I think the problem is much more than what they said.
Yeah, okay, so
here... stay optimistic about the amazingness of this game. Yeah, I mean, Keyforge is still the best card game I've ever played. Period. I want it to succeed. My relentless optimism means that I have to keep a positive mindset about it, same as you.
Yeah. Okay, so we can speculate as to what happened, okay? Now that we have some information, right? There's data loss, okay? So that implies to me, the dev said data loss. That's good, because the alternative was that the algorithm was kept in such a way that there was a single point of failure for the algorithm, which is just in general pretty bad. Now, let's set. So, I guess if they're like, I think somebody sat down and basically made the decision, if we're going to do a digital client, whatever the algorithm is got to interact with the digital client. Simultaneously, there's the possibility of digital-only decks for the client, right?
I think ultimately you don't want to do that because you have to monetize the client somehow, right?
Yes. I think the client's got to pay for itself.
I think you do allow scanning in your existing decks. If you don't do that, then you might as well not make it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
If you can't,
well, they did say that they want backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
which is fine. I'm not against that.
I could see them releasing the client with only the newest set, and that's not necessarily a problem either.
Yeah,
and they slowly roll back into the older sets.
Enhancements on the deck data is the biggest issue. Yeah, I could see that being a problem, right?
And I hope they can solve for that in the new algorithm, because that was just a dumb thing.
That was
on the game.
I mean, that was one of the head scratching decisions that were made. Because one of the things, and I've talked to Justin about this a lot. One of the things that I've been the most concerned about for Keyforge, especially when it came to digital implementation, was how much input from developers was included in the whole process. Because I think you don't end up in a situation where the algorithm is unusable if you don't have developers of some senior caliber.
And my perception of that is that they got what they paid for. They probably third-party a lot of this stuff.
I think that is a possibility too, right? Which means developers weren't consulted along the way, and so decisions were being made by people who didn't know what they were doing, and then you end up in a situation where suddenly you lose so much data that you literally cannot print the game.
Or you have one of your game designers that is he does some programming on the side, probably is pretty good at it, but doesn't have like that experience as a professional developer where you have your source control, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, somebody who doesn't know better.
Yeah.
I also
and Radiant Truth.
I speculated that there might have been operational thing the third party built the algorithm and was part of the contractor retained.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there wasn't ransomware involved somewhere along the process. If we're talking about data loss to the point where enough data is missing, like enough data is that you can't get to, then ransomware is a very likely issue. And based off of my personal experience working as a security engineer during COVID, ransomware and attempts to get into companies were rampant.
Yeah.
It was insane the number of phishing attempts we saw inside the company.
You have all these people work from home. They have questionable security in their house.
Yeah.
You have VPN connections, but that's only getting you so far, right?
Right. Okay. I am gonna say I'm gonna play Yerk, and I'm gonna discard Heist Knight. And then I'm gonna play Streak. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Okay, I'll say Shadows. An oubliette the Streak.
No.
I will play Knuckles Bolton, Umbra, and Ronnie and steal one.
Hey.
Your turn.
That's my Amber. Alright, I am going to say Sanctum and Opal Knight. Boom. Evens.
Bang. I get to get 2 Amber.
Yeah. I'm going to play Abaid, and he'll capture 3. And then I will play Take Hostages. And I will purge the Umbra, not the Dust Imp.
Purge Dust Imp?
Yeah.
Judgment.
Maybe Ronnie? I'll purge Ronnie. Purge Ronnie. I think Ronnie's more of a problem than Dust Imp. Okay. In case you have Exhume. Alright, it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Do I have Exhume? I don't know. Who could say? Alright, I'll say...
I bet there was some Mars Nut. Lazarus, hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'll say Sanctum. I will...
I mean, all we can do is really speculate, right?
I'm going to fight Opal Knight.
Opal Knight, okay.
And then take 4.
Oh, that's a Healing Blast.
And I will capture 1. I will Healing Blast. And then get 2 extra from that after I fully heal. And then I'm going to Smite, ready, and fight Abaid. And I will play Shell the Safeguard.
Alright.
Your turn. Check with 7.
I am going to Nerve Blast. I'll steal 1 and shoot the Maruk for 2.
Other changes between first run code and the other runs. An example of evolution of DT is indeed done. Being printed always sad because there should be a built minimum tide raising card. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
They did one print run up. Think of all the other sets, right? Of AoA in Masturbation and Worlds Collide and DT. They never actually did a second one.
Yeah.
I know they changed stuff in the other one, but...
I'm going to play Sack of Coins, and I'll do the damage to Knuckles Bolden. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Forge. You think sets will get more expensive or cheaper by set? I mean, it depends on the demand.
I think sealed product will probably get cheaper. And then it'll hit a nadir.
And then it'll start
and
going
then
up again.
It'll climb, and it's going to slowly climb.
I think you'll start seeing coded decks probably start kind of getting up there now.
We just grabbed some random decks.
We're not playing right now.
Yeah, we're just kind of playing. We're mostly talking. So.
All right, I'm going to play Shadows Oubliette.
Oh,
the Gamgee.
Could you stop throwing my useful creatures into the pit?
Play Gamgee. Play Knuckles Bolton.
Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Hallowed Shield. I'm going to play Radiant Truth to stun Gamgee. I am going to play Equalize. I have 2 Equalizes. I'll play Maruk the Mark. I have Judgment on Dust Imp. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I will draw 4.
Yeah, podcast stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Shadows. I will unstun. I will play Ronnie.
Oh my god.
I will play Merkins, and I'll play your top card.
My top card? It's an Exhume!
Oh,
I'm so glad I've been using the Eye of Judgments.
I will get this Maruk.
It's going to hurt all of the community building has happened. I don't know. I think the community is fine, right?
The community has shown that they're resilient, right?
Yeah.
I'll reap with Knuckles Bolton.
The community's doing what the community's always done.
We're here in spite of the attempts of FFG to not care about their game. Yeah, community is good. Not worried about them.
I'm not.
KMB is especially resilient. I've seen the community, like people working on the AI and Sky Jedi and others working on the reversing the algorithm, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, like
that's AI and the Crucible would be really interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know how easy it would be to make a good Keyforge AI. I think that Keyforge AI would be very difficult. Yeah,
extremely difficult, right? But okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Hysteria. I'm not thrilled to do this in the slightest. I'm going to play Charette and Spider and Misery Exploit. It's amazing when you play a card that you've had somewhat success with, like Misery Exploit, and you go back and play it in the original set, and you're like, man, this card is like a discard all the time.
It was so good in Masturbation.
Yeah.
Right? I'll say Shadows. I'll play Ronnie.
Yeah.
I'll discard Bad Penny. I will play Gamgee and Knuckles Bolton and Merkins. Play the top card.
Gold Key Imp.
Okay. Well. We'll remember that's yours. Alright, your turn.
Well,
5 sets of infinite possibilities. We can go even after sealed products run out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can have. We just bought so much AoA that we could be making another tournament out of all this AoA and be good for another year.
Yeah.
Not that would be fun.
Hideaway Hole.
But it's something we could do.
I'll play Snack Lifter. You haven't played any snacks, and then I'm gonna Life for a Life, my Snack Lifter, and Gamgee. And I'll say check with 6, and it's your turn. I will draw.
I will say Sanctum. Play Maruk. Play Grey Rider. Fight Charette.
Your Sanctum is so much better than mine.
It's pretty good. I'll capture one on Maruk. I will play Stormeros. I will play Chill the Safeguard. Your turn. I would be happy with this deck in the AoA Sealed tournament. I'll tell you that already. After this game, we will tell you what we're doing with our next Keyforge tournament. And I'm very, very, very excited about it. It's not Destiny level messed up. I agree with that. And there were very few erratas, right? How much it would be to professionally print 100 fake decks? Probably somewhat reasonable, Sky Jedi. Probably more expensive than buying 100 Keyforge decks, but probably not as bad as you think.
Alright. I am going to say this. Spider is going to reap. I am going to exhume the Opal Knight. Or even.
We could make the printed cube decks, right? You guys working on the algorithm again is a good excuse for us to revisit cube set generation.
Now, I'll play Yerk, and I'm gonna discard this Pit Lord. I was tempted to play the Pit Lord here, but I think it's a mistake too. So
You don't even like our cube, Sky Jedi?
I'll say check
no
with
deck building.
And draw 3.
You know there's no deck building in it. Let's see. Maybe they'll make it a little more future proof and cleanly fix some things. I agree, yeah. And they could give themselves room to add more mechanics into it.
Yeah.
Our cube does not involve deck building. It is a card list. It is a custom set, right?
Yeah.
It was still our algorithmically generated.
All hail the algorithm.
Yeah. All right, I will say
check with 7.
Dis. I'll pain reaction Opal Knight. Call the weak the Yerk. I will red hot armor. I will not finish with you. I have a Ronnie in here still. And Merkins. And Grey Rider. And then I will discard the Cisteria. And your turn.
So I will forge.
You can swap change power values. Imagine mavericking power values. I would like to see Mavericks and Legacies be more common in a future algorithm. I don't think there's any reason that Mavericks should be as rare as they are.
Yeah.
It'll be one side without the eye, yeah. Getting a treat.
Oh yeah. I've been running like 8 times this game.
Yeah.
I mean, this Opal Knight and this Eye of Judgment are keeping me in this game.
I think Bruce should have always added power to random creatures in the deck, not the card they came from, right? Bruce should have just hit like any random creature in the deck. They added 2 power.
Well, I mean, I think it depends on how that was set up, right? I'm
just saying that's what would be more interesting than the way brews were printed.
But the brews should have had some sort of effect, right? Beyond
like
just
an interesting effect, yeah.
Counters, so.
And morph creatures. Those were good. Yeah. Those were good. That's kind of what Soulforge is doing with their 15,000 unique cards in their set, because they have like modular cards that's like, imagine if Knuckles Bolton would sometimes come with more power. And in Soulforge you have level up values. Sometimes like a keyword will give them different level up values. So one might start strong but not get much more powerful. One might start weak but get way more powerful.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. It's like sort of balanced in that way. Okay. I am gonna choose. I'm gonna say Sanctum. I'm gonna Hallowed Shield my Opal Knight. I'm going to Eye of Judgment something to make me feel better.
I just shuffled in my good stuff. I'll give a treat in a second.
I'll get Cermeros. Opal Knight is gonna fight Maruk.
Trade?
Nope. It's Hallowed Shield.
Hallowed Shield.
I am going to Grey Rider Opal Knight into Knuckles Bolton. I'm going to play Maruk the Marked, and then bang, Martyr's End. Destroy any number of friendly creatures. I'll destroy these 3.
Okay.
And they explode. I will kill my own creatures.
He is looking like he wants a treat. Okay. Thoughts on Houses in Woe? I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, it's a cool spread.
No logos, no shadows,
no
untamed. It's gonna be a totally different experience, and I think it could be a very fun experience.
Yeah.
And new house. Who knows what the new house does, right?
Yeah, it's not really much point speculating until we actually see some
definitely not worth speculating.
So, my big problem with this hiatus is that there's no indicator about how long this is going to be.
Yeah.
And I think people are thinking this is like 2 years, but if at least they named a studio,
Yes.
right? That means there might be some development work going on right now, but the fact that they don't have a solution to the algorithm means I'm thinking it's 2 years at a minimum before something is in front of somebody. Before there's a beta.
I think for the digital, yeah, for sure.
Before there's like a beta that you can like be a part of.
I think a minimum of fixing the algorithm to getting a set in people's hands is like a year, too.
Yeah.
So
I think, but I mean, I'm thinking realistically, probably closer to 3. I'm
assuming that the client
I mean,
use an existing algorithm.
Yeah, that's the
like,
thing.
you
I mean,
don't need
in theory, that's different jobs, right? Like UI, UX is not the same thing as like data guy, right? I know a lot of people are like, look at programming and they're like, oh, you're a programmer, right? You know, so
Keyforge 2.0.
Yeah, I think
at least they said that we'll be backwards compatible with older decks. So
yeah, I think
that's fine, right?
I mean, because the system is going to be the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, the game itself, I think, is perfect.
I think it's a minimum of 3 years, realistically.
Yeah,
that's me personally. Because here's the thing. This is the company that brought you Vaultware, right? And
they brought it to us.
They brought us Vaultwares.
They at least said the words Vault Warrior.
Yeah. So, you think Vault Warriors is ever going to happen? There was not one word about Vault Warriors in that text, in that thing. There wasn't even word about World Championships.
Yeah.
Okay. So
they could still do World Championships.
They could still do World Championships for Keyforge, but there was not a single word in that announcement about World Championships. The last time we heard about World Championships was this time last year, where they said
they were like gonna try.
They were like, maybe, hopefully, we'll do Worlds.
Was it earlier this year?
Yeah, I think it was maybe earlier. It was like at some point, maybe it was March or something. They basically said, hopefully, we'll do Worlds in May 2022. But they didn't say anything about that in that right there, right?
I think it'll be up to the community and local groups to keep Keyforge going.
CSS,
and you don't necessarily feel like you have to keep playing Keyforge during the entire time of the hiatus because
yeah. Well, the nice thing about Keyforge,
you can take a break.
It's not a demanding game. It's really to keep up with.
Yeah,
and before the game wasn't going to launch any new content for years, right? It wasn't a really demanding game to keep up with. It's not a harsh, cruel mistress like Magic is, right? Or Magic demands more and more money from you. Keyforge, on the other hand, is like, you see a deck, you haven't bought a deck in a little while.
It's only $10.
You want to hang? We can get some decks, guys. You know, and the difference between spending $10 on Magic and then spending $10 in Keyforge is giant. It's a world of difference.
I'm gonna ready my Bade with a Grey Rider. I'll reap with a Bade.
Come on now.
So TTR Con is indefinitely paused right now because of Delta.
Yeah. Now, the
Limerick play equalize.
So
that there.
So the TTR Con is well on pause, and part of the reason is that I am now working for a game store that wants to put on a convention. So I may be able to do a TTR Con vicariously through them, right?
Which saves us a lot of money.
We could set up like a TTR booth at that con.
Yeah. And run events and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we'd have the backing of a store that wants to. Now that is still a ways off. That is merely thoughts that aren't even on paper at this point.
That's like minimum late 2022 stuff, right?
Yeah, but the caveat there is that there would be more resources to do something if that is the case,
and we could make it more like just tabletop gaming focused in general.
Yeah, well, it would just be
Keyforge stuff.
It would just be like a area specific con at that point, and not specific to us. The burden wouldn't be only on us to deliver a con. There'd be other stuff going on. We could just be there, right? So Okay, so I'm gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna play Yancey Gang and Knuckles Bolton and Umbra and my own Ronnie, who's late. He is so late. And then I'm gonna play Hidden Stash and I'll archive a card.
Oh baby!
And it is your turn. I'm gonna pop this Hideaway Hole. So all my guys have elusive. Yeah. Okay. Pop the Hideaway Hole. Shuffle. Tell you to go ahead.
All right. I will say Sanctum. I'm gonna fight Yancey Gang. I'm gonna reap with Grey Rider. I'm gonna ready and fight Yancey Gang.
Oh no! Oh no!
What are you doing?
I'm dumping stuff onto the floor.
Capture one.
That's what I'm doing. I got milled so fast from all those, from all that, Parkinson.
Yeah, I'm gonna reap with Abade and dump this. I will Healing Blast.
Oh my god!
The double Healing Blast.
I'm getting absolutely dominated by these Healing Blasts.
I will play another Maruk the Marked.
Oh my god! I can't compete with
these. This is the god tier sealed deck.
Yeah, that deck would be.
It's pretty good.
I don't know what I could do.
I love a good Sanctum and AoA Sealed now.
Yeah.
Good Sanctum. Alright, I'm done.
Yes. We've been talking about that. Yeah. I don't think people like. I think the thing people don't understand about starting from scratch is that this sounds like starting from scratch. Like this is like throw away everything that they knew and they gotta start fresh, right?
Which can be a good thing.
That's not a bad thing.
It lets you solve for problems that couldn't be solved by just tweaking. And maybe they were trying to tweak their algorithm and that's how it broke. Heist Knight. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. We're heisting.
Oh my god.
Heist. Doc arrive. That's a PoE joke for everybody. I am going to Nerve Blast Grey Rider, I think.
There's definitely a thing called source control.
Yeah. That leads me back to there may have been ransomware involved, okay? One thing we don't... There are lots of things we don't know. We don't know what the development environment or just the work environment for the code aspect of Keyforge looked like, right? The company that I worked for had 17 different products because they were effectively 17 different small companies that were all bought by my parent company. And when we were going through, people had all kinds of wacky work setups because that was just how they did it, right? That's what worked for them. And then, oops, we've got a successful product and now it's worth $1 million. We just have to pray nobody figures out that we're working everything through RDP the whole time, right? And RDP is like the leading way to get compromised by the ATPs out there. APTs. They'll just lock down your shit, tell you we need 3 Bitcoins or you're not seeing your data again. So
yeah.
Okay. Umbra is gonna fight somebody. I think Knuckle Bolton. I'll steal one. And then Knuckles will finish your Knuckles. And then Ronnie will reap that Heist Knight. I thought I was
Heist Knight.
I thought I was DOA.
Stealing 3 is pretty rough.
I'll draw it to you. I'll say check with 11.
I'm in trouble now.
Because it's like if you fight these Shadows dudes, you're not gaining Amber.
I could, if I take a second turn, like I can't threaten unless I take a second turn. I don't play any cards, I play a second turn.
Yeah, so that's that I think is a good point, Sky Jedi, right? I think at this point, because digital is a focus, there will be a better direction. There are plenty of things to read into that announcement and be excited about because the digital gives the company such a focus, like a laser focus point to direct all of the innovation and creativity towards, right? but I'm just not optimistic that FFG can pull it off.
Yeah, it does at least say that they're still investing money into the game.
Yeah.
If they're working with a digital with a client company, that's not a cheap project.
No,
Keyforge
no.
is very expensive. You don't have to worry about shipping container prices. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So if I take a Sanctum turn and I read 3 times, I still make a threat. If I do that, then you can just use Umbra, and you win with a Shadow's turn, right? So I think I have to take a disc turn. I don't get any amber, but it's a turn I have to take. So I'll play library. I will play Gub, Streak, Spider. I'll discard Unlock Gateway.
Alright. I will forge. I know you've got that Ronnie.
AoA Hellmon, yeah. Buy decks secondary moniker. Yeah, I'll still buy sealed decks for good prices, like whenever I see them. I don't care. It's just so great to open Keyforge decks. Even if Keyforge was never produced again, I would still buy cheap decks. If I
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I bought a Highlander. I bought a box of the Highlander card game for $10, not knowing how to. I don't think I've ever watched the movie in its entirety.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
And
I don't know if I'd admit that. It's like you never watched Sci-Fi Channel in 1999.
I've never watched the show. There are so many things that I've never sat down and watched. So
next up, that logo Shadows Untamed, adding low-powered dorks, Hellmon is bid boost everywhere. Yeah, it's really interesting how this set's gonna play out. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, I think I just say Shadows. I'm gonna play Hidden Stash and archive a card.
Okay.
Umbra will fight Spider, steal one. And then I will reap.
Is that a Peep Cammy B's deck redemption? Alright. Let's see it, Cammy B. You have 2 in the archive?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will say check with 9 and I will draw 2.
Alright, I'll say Shadows. I will play Arani.
Yep.
And I'll play Merkins. I have to actually hit some of this. I'll play the software deck. Exhume. No.
How come you get play all my Exhumes?
Dang.
I can't believe I won that game despite being Arani that many times. The Heist Knight.
It was the Heist Knight. It was the Purging.
Yeah. There was incremental value.
Yeah.
That was a confluence of events. I don't know that I win that game every time, but
I like playing AoA Sealed.
AoA Sealed, it really is because that was felt like I knew you had the Ronnie right, so I knew I couldn't just go to 7. You had the 2 Maruks, so I had to go to at least 8.
Alright, once I'm
usually gray labor,
and then I could show you the next. Thing. Also, same time. You'll get a hint from the tab, and also the fact that I explained it already in Discord. I think Twitter.
I'm gonna open 2 decks and scan them while you're doing all this.
That's fine.
The Pioneer of Shatterwick.
87.
Jeez.
Sass. Vera. Okay. Let's start with the logos. 3 Tautau Vapors. And Eddie.
Oh, wow.
That alone is insane. You got Cutthroat Research, Plasmate, Wormhole, Anomaly Exploiter.
Yeah, the worst card's like Babbling Bibliophile, but it's only because Babbling Bibliophile is 1 power and he has a tendency to die to basically anything.
Yeah.
But Babbling Bibliophile, if not answered, can still provide a lot of cards, right? This is like the kind of the Logos side that you can win the game with just by calling Logos a bunch of times, because you've got abilities on creatures. So that Logos makes that deck go.
Tribute. Triumph. What is Triumph? If you have 6 creatures? Okay. You have Senator Brockus. Okay, with double Tribute. And Stomp and Phalanx Strike. Chant of Hubris. Legatus Raptors. Calipigian Ideal.
Ooh.
They're a Centurion. Pterodactyl.
Jeez.
What?
That Saurian is nightmarish.
That's bananas. Okay. The Shadows. We got the Ghost form.
Oh, wow. Ghost form on Senator Bracchus.
A lot of good targets for Ghost form in here.
Yeah.
Bracchus, Eddie, Shadow.
Whatever is on,
even.
whatever Calipigian Ideal is on.
Yep. TMTP, Ronnie, Hugger Mugger, Timor Eclipse.
Like Simon is the worst card in the deck, probably.
Jeez. I bet Simon does some work though.
Yeah. Simon is
he's unsuspecting, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Simon is very good against decks that want creatures, so.
And how Shadow Council can action and not drop the Ghost form. That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. Really strong.
Just having a creature that can steal 2 every turn.
That's pretty nutso deck. 17A, 25E, 8.6C. Yeah, this seems pretty good. I see you're 4 and 2 in organized play with this guy. You playing a Chainbound or something, or did you just buy this deck?
Oh
secondary?
man, dude, this deck has an awesome Maverick, but the wrong creatures to go with it.
Oh dang. The guy you bought from played it in a tournament. It's coming in the mail right now. It's pretty sick. I'd be really excited to play this deck if I were you, for sure. Very cool. All right, so
yeah, that deck is sick. I mean, that's like the Logos Saurian decks in Worlds Collide. Like, you use the Logos to enable just these degenerate Saurian turns, just absolute disgusting Saurian turns. And then like the Shadows is there to make sure that you don't lose games out of nowhere, right? So,
okay, so next time on Keyforge Tabletop Royale, maybe not like next time, but this is what we got coming up. This is our TTR G1 tournament. Now, if you don't know anything about the G1, it is a Japanese wrestling tournament called the G1 Climax. And the way it works is there are 2 groups of 10 decks each, or 10 participants each in the case of wrestling. And they all compete in a round robin against their group. The highest point total after the round robin is over, and each group compete against each other in a finals. And the winner of that finals goes on to wrestle for the title. So we have chosen, Nathan and I have chosen 2 decks from each set each, so 4 decks from each set to be distributed across these 2 groups. So they're in each group A and B. There are 2 decks from each set, and they will be playing round robin against each other. So we will see 9 games per deck in this tournament. There are 90 games total across this tournament. We'll be doing single games. These are not best of 3. And we're going to see some probably really interesting things happen over the course of the tournament. If you look at the match list, you can see, and I already put this in the exclamation mark brackets command and exclamation mark standings. Cut a wrestling promo. I'm not opposed to that, Joel.
Yeah.
You can see the matches throughout the rounds. Boom. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Every deck will play every other deck in their pod.
Yeah.
One time, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good long form tournament because we'll get to see so many matchups, right? Because there's a lot of when we're playing 100 decks, we have to try to play as many games as we can to get a good sample size to kind of like cut to the next thing. But I think for a smaller pool of decks, this ends up with like this is like total coverage, right?
The secret to coming up with great tournaments is watch more wrestling.
Yeah.
Japanese wrestling especially.
Yeah.
The cool thing about tournaments like this is the deck you expect to win might not win. Anything can happen, right? Yeah. Venus could hit 3 bad matchups in a row and suddenly get overtaken in points by something else. We picked decks that we like. We didn't include every single of our most powerful decks. We included decks we want to see more of. We want to include decks that have something interesting going on.
Yeah, I made a deep cut with a deck called the Ancient Entropist. It's a double deep probe deck, and it has a Nepenthe Seed. So it feels like a deck that's got some really polarizing matchups. It's one of those is this a good adaptive deck? I don't know. I haven't played any games with it because I think we played it in like the original March Madness tournament and haven't done anything else. So.
Is Aya in there?
I didn't put Aya, but I put QY Equip Snake of the Snaky Cavern.
Yeah.
So there is a Niffle Kong in the deck. I didn't include Aya because IO was fun and all, but I think Equip Snake was just like a better version of the deck. So yeah, IO would have been a good call, but I unfortunately I can only take 2 mass mutations.
And there's a lot of decks we probably want to pick, but we can only pick 20 total decks.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. And I tried to go for some decks that I haven't gotten to play. So like KLT Osteophus, for instance, since it was an art, we've played it a lot on Fight Nights.
Yeah,
played it a lot on Fight Nights, but this is like probably a better example, like long form. Hey, how does this deck do versus a wider variety of stuff.
Right, and that'll be really telling. Rivero did not make it. Rivero is the champion, Stormstrong.
Yeah,
Rivero doesn't have to participate in the tournament. Okay? It's already the champion.
Yeah,
Elmolan is not in there, unfortunately. Yeah. Joker. Offensively Powerful Toki, still probably my favorite AoA deck. I'm always excited to play it. It has some such explosive plays.
I included Mealhead Volcano Dragon because that's the double Might Makes Right deck. Yeah. Plus, it's got the most metal name of
Volcano
all.
Drab's there, yep. Mealhead,
yeah.
Very good name. Very fun deck. That might be a deck that ends up losing, but it'll get some
it's gonna
might upsets, right?
Yeah, it's gonna Might Makes Right some people, and it's gonna be fun. So.
Yes, that's the kind of deck you'll love to see because that's always gonna be a fun matchup, and it's always gonna be like, oh god, I have to get.
It's like he's got 25 power.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a perfect tournament for Mealhead, right? Like I wouldn't want to play Mealhead 5 times in one night, but once a night, that's a good time for it. So.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like, oh, your deck loses in a bracket, like in a bracket tournament, single elimination. Your deck loses, we're never playing again.
Yeah,
this time everyone gets to shine. If they lose, they're not out.
Yeah. I think a deck like Mealhead, if it gets one win, that is super convincing, I consider that a win.
Absolutely. Yeah. If it's 1-8, great.
Yeah.
It'd be like Venus Ignachop or something.
Yeah, that would be the funniest possible win, right?
Story, yeah.
Because the funny thing is, I think it has a good matchup. It could potentially have a good matchup against Ignachop.
Yeah. Because
Ignachop wants to like steal Amber, and Mealhead
is like
Amber? It's like Amber. I generate all of my keys through Might Makes Right. So
there you have it. We will start that when we get back from Gen Con.
Yeah.
Which will be next Wednesday will be our first stream back from Gen Con. So we're going to be on slightly longer than a week. We're leaving Wednesday. We're coming back Monday night, but we're not going to want to stream when we come back.
Yeah, not Monday night. No. So, it depends on even what time we get back. But likely we'd get back around like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's usually around 6, depending on traffic.
All right. One of these decks has a Legacy. One of these has a Maverick in it.
I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take Yuriko M. Hawkator the Mad.
This is Paris J. Slughuge the Third.
Yes, it laughs in the face of Marks of Dis.
Yeah.
Slughuge.
Pretty good. Paris J. Slughuge.
We will also, as we mentioned earlier, be bringing back Card Game Necromancy.
Yep. They're doing like kind of a preview of it tonight with Highlander.
Yeah.
So.
And we're gonna weave in more board game streams. We might get into just playing it through a Descent campaign.
Yeah. I actually do want to play through that because the way the app integrated and all that stuff was really sweet.
Yeah, it was fun to stream that.
I am absolutely struggling over here. Yeah.
Nathan already looked at the deck list for anything.
I saw that there was a Legacy. I didn't comprehend what's in the decks.
Mars Brobnar Sanctum. Looking good.
Looking
real good.
There's a really sweet Maverick in this deck. But this is not the deck.
Could be Jenka. I did get a Mars Swindle in my boxes, and I was pretty excited about that because it looked really cool.
That's badass.
I believe it. AoA, that could be. This is definitely a relatively solid house combo. Yeah, hopefully we'll come back from Gen Con with some fun stuff. Maybe some new board games to show off. Stuff for Card Game Necromancy, etc. Sanctum Mavericks are your thing. I'll be sending you shipping if it's in there. Fair enough.
It was a Legacy Brop card.
Oh.
There's a Maverick into Shadows into this deck. So
You got 8. 11. Okay. Oh, it's really nice not to worry about this Tide card. I'll tell you that right now. I'm first. No Calp. Yeah, no Calp. I'm gonna mulligan.
I'm gonna keep. I likely should mulligan this hand, but I'm gonna keep it.
That's the biggest problem, or one of our biggest problems with Dark Tidings is 2-power creatures being so hard to kill, which is just ridiculous. They're exploding left and right in Coda, right?
Yeah.
And
well,
even
AoA even, right? I mean, Dusk Witch was a problem, but like there were a million ways to kill Dusk Witch, and there's not even damage icons in the set, right?
I only had a handful of games where Dusk Witch lived, but it was
always bad.
It was always really bad.
It was always bad.
I have a feeling it would have been worse if Dusk Witch was in.
Yeah, God, I cannot imagine Dusk Witch and Dark Tidings.
Yeah.
Good lord.
I will say Mars and play Agent Human.
All right, I am gonna say Untamed. I'm gonna play Fang House and Darna. And I'll draw 2. Go ahead.
I'll say Mars. I will Mars. Mothership support. I do 2 to Darna.
Toast.
I will Orbital Bombardment and blast Fang House for 4. I'll play Mars Needs Amber. I'll Reap with Agent Human.
You killed all the creatures.
Yeah, I'll play a Quick Slicks Plague Master.
No, the humans.
Yeah. F a human.
Alright, my turn.
Yep.
I am gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna play Bad Penny. And then I'm gonna Throwing Stars. I'll get Bad Penny, Agent Human, and Plague Master. I'll get one for the Bad Penny being killed, and she'll go back to my hand. And then I'm gonna play Bad Penny. And I'm going to Throwing Stars. So I'll get one Bad Penny and I'll come back to my hand.
You get another one for Human.
Oh yeah, and one for Human. I am gonna play Archimedes.
Oh, that's
Shadows Maverick Archimedes.
That's pretty cool. Put that on the card cam.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Look at that. Look how badass he looks.
That's
He
so
looks
cool.
evil.
What the heck? He does look
Evil Archimedes.
The art didn't change, but he looks so cool. Whoa.
Yeah, and this deck has no Ronnies, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
So
like Ronnie in Life for Life with Archimedes would be sick, right?
yeah, it would be so gross. This Bad Penny, did I even play this next to the Archimedes? It could get archived. Like, if Justin kills the Bad Penny, it goes wherever he chooses. So, I think I just discard Bad Penny. And it's your turn. I will draw.
Okay, I'll say draw. I'll play Foozle. I'm going to Blood of the Titans on Foozle. I will pound the Archimedes.
No!
Goodbye. And I'll just discard Charles Crook because he's dead anyway.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
A swindle.
Oh,
Your turn.
jeez. Okay, I'll say Sanctum. Play Sermero. Yeah, play Sermeros. Play Chill the Safeguard. Play Bond the Armorsmith. Play Gatekeeper. Play Maruk the Marked. Go ahead.
I'll forge.
You forge.
Kind of glad I forged there. I will play Untamed. I'm going to play Grovekeeper and Amberspine Mongrel. I'm going to Persistence Hunting for Sanctum before I just lose to you activating all of the Sanctum creatures. And then I'm going to discard the Save the Pack. There's like a small chance I need that Save the Pack to stay in the game. It's your turn. I will draw for
This Plague Master is...
this.
I'm not trying to nuke all my humans over here.
It does 3
Prevent- not prevent
each
by
human
numbers.
creature.
Yeah. Alright.
Each human sanctum creature.
Say Mars. I will Hypno Beam the Amberspine Mongrel.
Hey.
Take that. I will fight the Grove Keeper. I will play Carpet Flotsam. And Agent Human.
Your problem is, Justin.
Any creatures?
No.
No?
It's not the number of creatures you have. It's the number of them that are cowards.
Yeah, there you go. Goodbye. New creature Windex box. Insectoid or crustaceous, in our professional opinion. I haven't given it much thought, Ketzer. I don't know.
I'll play Pound now that there's...
My initial, I think, impression was Insectoid.
I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
I'll say Sanctum. I'll Spirit Sway.
Okay, that's all of them.
And then play Borden the Redeemed.
Borden. Alright, I am going to Sucker Punch.
2.
And then Nerve Blast.
Paying forward the gift they got for Stormstrong to Ketzer.
Hey.
Been gifted a tier 1 sub. Oh, Cammy gifted a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Cammy.
To Ketzer. Appreciate that, Cammy. I'll play Skeleton Key. I Nerve Blasted him to death. And it is your turn. I'll drop the chain. So, I actually included a deck of this combination Striker, which was the Shadows Untamed Brobnar. This is one of those where this deck is making me like want to go find like an amazing combo of this because it's just
wasn't that Deadclaw, or was Deadclaw not Shadows?
Deadclaw was Logos.
Deadclaw is sweet.
Deadclaw is a
we
sweet
should have put Deadclaw in turn.
Deadclaw is a sweet deck.
I'll say Brobnar. I'll play Screech Bomb. I'll play Lollop. I'll play War Grumpus. I have Little Rapskull. I think I just discard this.
Alright, I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Bumblebird. I'm going to play Marmo Swarm. I'm going to play Fang House. And I'm going to play Nepenthe Seed. And I will drop a chain and draw 4.
Say Brobnar. Play Grok. Fight Fang House. Marmo Swarm is a 6 power. I will Reap with War Grumpus. I will ready and fight Bumblebird. Or I guess I'll fight Bumblebird with Grok, so you lose one. And then I will Gengar Chieftain all up into Marmo Swarm. 6+5.
You could Screech Bomb first if you want.
Oh yeah, I could Screech Bomb first. Yeah, I'll do that. 6 and 3. Then I will Smith to gain 2.
God, AoA Brobnar.
It is sweet.
Can you believe that there are people who hate this house? Did you see that turn? Did you see how badass that turn was?
Alright, your turn. I'll check with 7.
Alright.
Subs mean that you don't have to see ads. That's cool.
Yeah.
You also get access to all our emotes, which is also cool.
Alright, I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to Nepenthe Seed back the Bramo. Play Bramo. I'm going to give Bramo the Blood of the Titans. I am going to End of the Fray Bramo. I'm going to Relentless Assault Bramo. So ready and fight Lollop. Don't take any damage. Ready, fight War Grumpus. Take 2. 9 power. Ready, fight Gengar Chieftain in case you have Drummerknot.
Ready again?
Ready again. And then I'm gonna Trimmer Grok. And I'll Reap with Bramo. Again, imagine hating Brobnar! Look at this awesome! Look at the awesome plays we're making over here.
Silliness.
Hey, AoA, I love AoA Brobnar. So
All right, so I'll forge.
No, so I only get one fight with the Relentless Assault. It's the end of the fray that gives me the fight versus the rest of the other creatures. So
I'll play Sanctum. I'll play Gatekeeper. I'll play Shields of Justice, so I'll take damage. I will Grey Rider and fight.
No. Yeah, it's no problem. It went kind of fast. I don't know that I like this board position. I guess I'll say Shadows. I'll play Furtive Investors. I'll play Bullet Eye. I'll give Bullet Eye a Dusk Runner. And it's your turn. I'll shut Skeleton Key on Bullet Eye. Your turn. I'll draw 3.
The dead Bullet Eye. I'll say Sanctum.
Why would you kill Bullet Eye?
I'll read the Gatekeeper. I will fight Bullet Eye. Fight Bullet Eye.
Just because Bullet Eye reaps, destroys a creature, and steals an amber.
I will Healing Blast. Unfortunately, I do not get full value of Healing Blast, which feels bad, man.
That's good.
And Blinding Light. Or
unfathomable.
Yeah. Your turn.
I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Nox, and I'm going to play Regrowth and get back. I think Amber Spine Mongrel is the best choice there. And it is your turn. I'll draw 1, and then shuffle and draw another one. AoA Sealed feels like a different world.
Yeah.
It feels like
even last game. The fact that you won after being down so much was not something we've been used to, right? With Dark Tidings.
Yeah. I was way down. Now I got lucky, but there were so many times with Dark Tidings where you're just like, I'm drawing dead.
Yeah, right.
I thought
there and lose.
I thought I was drawing dead that game.
I think we just have that like mindset now because we played so much Dark Tidings.
I was like, well, there's literally nothing. I don't even think there's a card I could draw that could steal 3 in this situation.
Heist Knight. All right, I'll say Mars. I'll play Carpet Flotsam. I will play Incubation Chamber and Mind Warper and Mind Worm. Your turn. Check 6. Well, quintessential Robnar cards need to be reprinted for set 6. Relentless Assault.
Relentless Assault!
Ganger Chieftain.
I don't think you need...
You don't need Ganger Chieftain. I don't think you need Ready and Fight effects, though.
You need Anger. You need 2 of the following.
Gauntlet Command, Anger.
Gauntlet Command, Anger,
Ganger
Chieftain.
Absolutely.
You don't need Ganger Chieftain, but Ganger Chieftain goes a long way in Brobnar. So... Yeah, that's the thing, is like you need the ability to come down and fight. And you don't need Amber necessarily attached to those abilities, because any fight, if your opponent doesn't have creatures, any fight turns into reaping for Amber. So, yeah.
Draws per enemy killed? Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. You could have like a card that's like War Song, but draws a card whenever your opponent's creature dies in a turn. It'd be kind of quit. Interesting.
I'll play Redlock, and then I am going to Throwing Stars to do 1, 1, and 1. I'll get 1. And then I'm going to Skeleton Key onto Nox. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I'll draw 2.
Say Brobnar. Unstun. I'll play Headhunter.
Is this down the hordes?
Lollop. I will Smith.
This is a legacy, by the way. you may have not even put it together, but this is in fact a legacy card. So this is, I get Maverick Shadows Archimedes. Justin gets legacy Headhunter.
Funny. Little Rapskull.
Yeah. Might Makes Right. I mean, like, imagine Might Makes Right with the stupid Unfathomable big dudes. The Seabringer Kakoas. They're huge. Or Saurians, even.
We'll play a little Rapskull. Your turn.
Alright.
Check with 8. You do Forge.
Smith. Man, I got Smith pretty hard this game.
Yeah, Smith's pretty good.
That's an Omni ability.
I didn't have a Mars creature.
Oh.
I actually don't think there's a lot of Mars creatures in this deck.
Okay, so I am going to say Untamed Bumblebird value. Yeah, Effigy of Meloruk. I'm going to play Marmo Swarm. Amber Spine Mongrel will fight the Grey Rider. Nox is huge.
Pretty big.
11 power. Beat up. Headhunter. Beat up Wallop. Okay. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Aversion. Say Sanctum. Blinding Light for Untamed.
No. It's real bad for me.
Play Shale. Play Cermeros. Play a Bond. Gatekeeper will
I blew up all these creatures.
fight Redlock. And take 1.
No, I killed a lot of these creatures. So I don't think it's fair that you played them again.
That was not fair. Your turn.
I'm gonna say Brobnar. Grumpus Tamer, that's right. This is a Grumpus Tamer deck.
Oh, we know
something about the win percentages of Grumpus Tamer decks. Or Grumpus. Bingo bang bang. I'm gonna discard the flex. This is not a good flex deck, unfortunately. I think it may have some flex plays, but I don't think it's a good flex deck. And it's your turn. I'll draw 4.
Okay. Say Brobnar. Fight Bingle. Gain 1. Fight the Grumpus Tamer. Use 1.
Oh, I don't have any.
Okay. I will play Tireless Crowcag. More Grumpus. We're ready to fight now. Oh, I have armor. Don't. And this little Rapskull. Does it just chill?
Fight the Marmot and live.
I don't fight Bumblebird and live.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll fight Bumblebird.
Okay.
I don't take any damage. Your turn.
It's about sending a message.
Yeah.
The little Rapskull's beating Bumblebird down. Gonna say Untamed. Gonna play Nepenthe. Gonna play Darna. I gain 1. Gonna play... Actually, I'll play Grovekeeper and then Darna. And then I'll unstun these idiots. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Say Brobnar. The Nox is huge. The Marmo Swarm or Amberspine Mongrel. Okay, Amberspine Mongrel. That is something.
It's not small. These have +1/+1 counters.
I will Hound War Grumpus. I'm gonna fight War Grumpus. I'll fight Darna. Gain 1.
You take 1 less.
Oh yeah. I will fight Grovekeeper.
Yep.
I'll fight Marmo Swarm. I'll reap with the War Grumpus. I will fight the Hammer Spine. We trade. I'm done.
Okay, let's game.
Okay.
I drew back the Archimedes, but this shadows in this deck could have been so much better.
Yeah.
It's this Maverick Archimedes is honestly wasted on this deck.
Too bad. It is cool though. Eureka.
You want to play one more, then dive into Highlander?
Sure.
Okay. Chuff ape.
Check out that Highlander. It is very fun.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I mean, I think I lost when Justin plopped down all those Sanctum creatures and I had no good answer. Psychoville Station Glove.
The games are close too.
Oh, this has a legacy in it.
Uhura Z Zeta Pump Senior.
Zeta Pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue Ogre.
The Roger.
Al Roger. Rogue Ogre is an awesome card.
It is cool.
It's like design space that I don't think is like utilized enough in this game. I don't think there's enough like cross set or cross faction synergy, and I think there should be more. You should be encouraged to play fewer cards than what you currently
Some
play.
houses, like that could be a good house identity, right?
Yeah. You need things that
Swindle like effects.
yeah.
It's pretty wild.
I like
Good legacy box.
I think I mean that might be the algorithm. Might be part of the broken part of the algorithm.
Oh my gosh. You mean the algorithm, very same that gave us 72 straight destinies?
That might be, guys. I don't know if the algorithm ever worked the way it was supposed to.
The one that gives us the same rare in every case.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, we've opened enough. We've opened enough boxes that it's not just like. We have enough of a sample size of the amount of stuff that we've opened, right? By this point, so.
Yeah, we were the original.
I don't think we broke it, right?
I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe we did. It's very possible.
I don't think we broke it. Maybe the intention was never for people to buy 100 Keyforge decks at the same time. I don't know.
I can't imagine that's the case.
I think you're planning for failure if you're like players won't buy
one deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I think it's fine over a large, like the whole print run, right? It's just when you're looking.
Yeah, like local scene is already like always getting those right. Yeah, that could be true. Could be true. Logos Dis Mars. Good combo. Logos Robnar Mars. Good combo. Chuff Ape versus Giant Sloth versus Khalifi Dragon. Love me a Khalifi
versus Tawiki Kraken.
It's like Khalifi Dragon would have been really good in something like Worlds Collide. Because you could so rarely play it in Coda.
Well, I think Khalifi Dragon would have been insane in AoA Brobnar.
Yeah, yeah.
So
1/3 of the other 2 Dumbs library of the damn decks from the ones we traded them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Seven. 4.
I also don't think it's a bad thing for there to be a lot of cards like who won that role?
I did, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think there's a bad thing for there to be cards that just instantly hating on your opponent having more amber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Imagine if we gave away a Light Tasker.
Yeah. Yeah. It could have happened, right? It's very possible.
Light Tasker could be buried in somebody's collection.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think back to the first time I played Light Tasker and I said Logos the whole game. I didn't even play I did not play one Infernus or one Shadows card. I said Logos the whole game. Because it just walked away with the game. Because I think I took turn 1, I played 5 Logos creatures. It was 2 wormhole checks.
And that'll do stuff, right?
Yeah, and you just...
Okay. Let's play... I'll play Titan McGang.
Alright, my turn. And I'm gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna play War Chest. I'm gonna discard Burn the Stockpile. I'm gonna hit Titan with the old 1, a 2 punch. Then I'll play Brambo, and it is your turn. I will
say Logos. I'll play Quantum Finger Trap and Hex Beyond.
You cut this deck, right?
I think so.
Okay. I am going to say Mars. I will play Carpet Flotsam. I will play Entropic Manipulator. Choose a player. I choose you. I may redistribute the damage on the creatures that player controls among that player's creatures. Okay, well, I finished that. I am going to play Agent Human. I'll play Xylex Dominator. I'll play Shockworm. Dominator is stunned, and it is your turn. I will draw 5.
Yikes. Alright, I'll say Mars. I'll Tixel Beam Buckler the Human. Play Mars against Amber. I'm done.
Just play your whole hand every turn, bro.
I'm playing all the cards I can play at once.
Play your whole hand.
I just happen to be 2/2-2ing.
I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Helper Bot to play Xanthix Harvester. I'm going to play Brain Eater. I will play Knowledge is Power to archive a card. Then I'll play Sloppy Lab Work. I couldn't quite get it to work. There's an argument maybe to discard the Brain Eater. And it is your turn. I will draw 6.
Okay, I'll say this. I'm going to Pain Reaction Helperbot.
Helperbot.
Misery Exploit against you.
Oh.
I will Hecatomb.
Okay.
I will not finish with you.
Okay.
I will even finish with all this stuff. Yeah. I also check this out.
Alright. I am going to say Mars. I'm going to play Combat Pheromones. I am going to Hypnotic Command. I count 3. Goes on to Hex Beyond. I have a sample collection that I'm going to discard. Hypnotic Command is an absurd card.
Yeah.
I'm going to unstun Xylex Dominator. I'm going to Reap with Xanthix Harvester.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Zizek Shockworm is going to go beat up Expion.
Archive it and top card.
Punch the Amber out of him. I mean, I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about that house combination. I mean, I guess you. No. Interdimensional Graft is Interdimensional Graft is in the set. What if I get brigged right now? It's your turn. I'll draw 3.
That would be a loss. I'm if that happened. I'll say Logos. I'll pick up the archive. I will play Hex Beyond. I'm going to Entropic Swirl the Harvester.
Boom.
Against you. Play Memory Chip. I will BDQ, Hex Beyond, and the Harvester. I will continue on with the Dominator.
I will forge. Why are all of your cowards dead? I was looking to war chest them.
Yeah.
Alright, gonna say Logos, gonna reap with a Brain Eater. I am gonna play Titan Librarian. I'm gonna play Brain Eater. I'm gonna play Helper Bot number 2 to play Grok. We'll play Grok on that side, I think.
Gross.
And it is your turn. I will draw, and then I get to Titan Librarian.
Imagine having fun playing Keyforge. It's ridiculous. I'll say
An absurd notion.
this. I'll play Lash. I will Misery Exploit.
Oh, man. You gained so much amber off. I'm gonna complain about this.
I will... Actually, I won't play with that Misery Exploit yet. I will play Yerk and discard Total Recall. I will play Pandemonium. Then I'll Misery Exploit. Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna put my archives into my hand. I'm gonna play Gauntlet of Command. I'm gonna play Bellowing Patrazate. Oh, snap. JK. First, I'm gonna First Blood and do 4 damage to Yerk. Then I'll do all the things I just said. And then I will also Smith. Imagine hating Brobnar! And then I'll Reap twice. Let's check with Infinity. Tell you to go ahead.
I literally have to Lash here, so.
I'll draw 3.
I'll say Dis, I'll Lash, I'll play Exhume.
Oh, I got an archive one.
And I'll get Yerk back. Or this Titan Mechanic. Your turn.
Alright, I will Forge. You didn't want to
9.
play the Titan mechanic to make my keys cheaper?
No. No.
Yeah, it takes 1 damage from the Bellowing Patrazate.
Oh.
Which is hilarious because I can't play this Phil of the Researcher or Harlan Mindlock. There are like 4 Logos creatures in this deck that just straight up die to the Bellowing
Yeah,
Patrazate.
2 Hoverbots too, right? That's awful. I guess we still get the Hoverbot ability.
Yeah. Brobnar. Yeah. No, Brobnar. Okay. Grok will beat Amber out of Yerk. I will War Chest to gain 1. I will Reap with Bremo and Patrazate. I will Gauntlet of Command the Patrazate and Reap. And I'll discard this Trimmer. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2. Archive 1.
I'm in a Lash hole, so. Hey, Eureka,
Lash hole.
lab work. And
Oh, let's do
I had a
it.
sample collection here. Apparently this deck has 2 sample collections.
It would have been really good in that situation.
Yeah.
Thank
They were
you
in
for
my-
that follow.
They're in my opening hand.
Zamban A.
Thank you.
A.
Very fast game. Maybe we should play one more.
One more.
Unless you want to
I'm itching to get into this.
take a Highlander.
Hello.
We
I'm
could look at
itching.
Highlander and then play another one if we have stuff time.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I expect there to be significant diminishing returns in Highlander. We're gonna start off,
okay,
and we're gonna
upper
laugh.
left attack.
We're gonna laugh, and then, well, once we see our 4th upper left attack, we'll be like, okay, I think the joke is wearing off.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's check out Highlander the Card Game.
All right.
This is a sneak preview of what you might get during Card Game Necromancy streams. Fan
Now-
of the AoA Logos House a sec.
For
yours?
This one.
That's pretty good.
It was 2 Titan Librarians.
Brain Eater, Helperbot, Harlan Mindlock.
2 Helper Bots. Knowledge is Power, Sloppy Lab Work. I think the double Brain Eater. I got this in the wrong order, right? Just imagine the complete.
The knowledge is power is huge potential, right?
Imagine the complete blowout of double Titan Librarian for a couple of turns into the Knowledge is Power.
That's crazy.
2 Sloppy Lab. I didn't even register the 2nd Sloppy Lab Work.
That's crazy.
This Logos is actually crazy.
Yeah, Logos. AoA Logos is awesome.
Yeah. What a, like, What an insane logo side. It's this is the. So here's the thing. They kept printing logos of this caliber, but they just also gave it amber control.
Yeah.
I think if you have a house,
Eddie, yeah. Anyway, AoA.
I can't like
immediately the best house ever.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Dataforge and AoA.
All right.
Nuts.
Let's move the keys out of the way. Now, here we go. So
we got card cam as well.
We got the card cam up.
We did not do Doomtown.
No, and
I've tried to learn Doomtown at least 6 times in my life. I cannot. My brain.
And here's the thing about Doomtown: not technically dead. The living card game. There's like a I think it was kickstarted or whatever. There's somebody who is actively making games for Doomtown, and I think it's like relatively delayed right now. But I've got a friend who keeps up with the game. So people
love Doomtown.
When they relaunched Doomtown, it's the thing about Doomtown. It's got so many unique mechanics to Doomtown. So
you're redeeming undercard this week.
Okay.
Well, we're not streaming again until next Wednesday, so keep that in mind.
All right. So Highlander card game, apparently published in 1996. Justin had to look this up. Nowhere on this box does it say 1996. Right. So this is.
I also think it's the only set of the game.
Yeah. So this may even be older than some of our viewers.
Looking at you can be.
This is 25 years old. This box has traveled in time 25 years to get here. Okay, just to put things in perspective. So, judging from the outside of the box, there's not much we can learn. For instance, we can learn that from the dawn of time we came, moving silently down through the centuries, living many secret lives, struggling to reach the time of the gathering, when the few who remain will battle to the last. In the end, there can be only one. The time of the gathering is now. Swords fly and metal gleams in this fast-paced collectible card game of swordplay and intrigue.
Don't let me hit you with that. Upper left attack.
Join the Immortals' eternal struggle for supremacy. Don't lose your head.
I would bet it's got elements of the show and the movies in it, but I don't know. That's a good question. We'll find out. We're going to open the cards now.
All right. And our goal with this...
You also mentioned the other game you got at Ollie's?
Oh, yeah. So, it turns out I got a bunch... this was the first set. I wasn't... I got a bunch of Wars. That's right. This is the game Decipher made after the Star Wars game folded. They started their own IP. So this is going to be a card game necromancy in the not too distant future. This is a game that I really enjoy. This is a there's a lot of really cool things going on in this game. I have already opened and sorted a bunch of this.
We are off topic now.
Oh yeah. But
the Wars conversation during Card Game Necromancy will be very interesting, I promise.
Yeah. So Wars Card Game Necromancy coming up. I don't know if it'll be the first one. There's a chance it might be the first one.
We'll see what we got.
Because we did end the season 1 of Card Game Necromancy with Star Wars, and this is a good companion
to bring it in.
Because it is the same system, except they really streamlined it, and they got rid of that awful Star Wars intellectual proproperty. That, let's be honest, it's not great. Star Wars is, at this point, there's now more bad Star Wars than there is good Star Wars. So,
somebody on Twitter also suggested we check out Warhammer Champions. I do actually have a number of Warhammer Champions card games.
Oh, yeah. That game is dead now as well. So
it's pretty dead.
You
ready for this reveal?
Let's open it up. Let's take a look at the box.
Look at the pack.
Now, this pack art, I gotta say, is not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. This doesn't like immediately grab me, but this was not what I was expecting from this. Now, I guess this is the Watcher's Chronicle set. Now, how was I supposed to know this was the Watcher's Chronicle set from the front here?
It literally says it nowhere.
Nowhere on this box does it say. So we've got some other clues as to what's going on.
The pack has a text on it. I'm reading the back to you, Player Herb. Okay. A secret society of men and women sworn to observe and record, but never interfere. The Watchers. For as long as the immortal game has continued, the Watchers have observed and dutifully recorded the passing and triumph of all immortals. Their records exist in ancient tomes, many cast aside or forgotten by time. These are the chronicles of the Watchers. What does that mean?
Is this not the first set?
I got to open this pack.
Okay, so
I gotta do it.
now here's an interesting thing before we jump into it. This game is billed as a Sword Master game. Okay? So I think the premise was that, like UFS, you would have a game that had a universal system, so you could have like Highlander fight, I don't know, somebody else that used swords. So
Marvel What If. Okay. Alright, we're going to start at the top of this pack.
Okay, here's the back of the card. Honestly, not... For 1996, the back of the card is more than I expect.
It's pretty good.
This is actually... this is not the nadir of graphic design for 1996 card games. So...
Alright, the first card in my pack is... Circular Harry.
Okay. It's a block.
Very good block.
Oh, it's a block that... I guess blocks 3 squares?
That's a lot of squares.
There's a grid.
I think there are 9 zones of combat.
Yeah, it looks like there's 9 zones of combat.
It says if this is the last successful defense you play this turn and it is successful, then you may increase the chance of a disarm you play this turn by 1 in 6.
Is that a die roll? Are we rolling dice in this game?
I think we might be rolling dice.
Oh, what? By 1 in 6? So, like, you roll a die, if you hit a 6, it works? I don't know. Okay. Alright, so my first card is Extra Shot Annie Devlin.
Okay, I want to see.
I gotta read it. Well, the text is, so, event, if your opponent did not attack last turn, you may play an additional attack this turn. If you make more than 1 attack this turn, this attack may not be blocked.
That text is unreadable.
Yeah, that's why I had to read it. That's why I had to read it before I put it down there, because I was not going to be able to read it.
Why would you do that?
Because we got white text on like a yellow orangey background.
Did graphic design not exist?
Well, no.
1996?
No. The graphic design, I think I stated on stream before that graphic design for card games did not exist until like the year 2008.
Okay.
So
this is basically Flesh and Blood, yeah. Honestly, these cards kind of look like Flesh and Blood cards.
So here's the thing. I'm guessing it says Extra Shot Annie Devlin here. Is Annie Devlin a playable character in this game? I never watched the show, so I don't know if she's like a character or not. She is like totally fighting a dude in like jeans on a lighthouse though, on a pier or something. So.
It might be a Swordmaster game. It's a continuation of the Swordmaster. All right, my second card is Song of the Executioner Callous. Okay, it's an event. Plot. Malice. You must have Protege and Jealousy in play to play this card. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. Discard all 3 cards. All of your opponents lose 6 ability. Each player may reduce this loss of ability by 1 for each card he discards from his hand at the beginning of his next turn.
Okay, so I'm guessing if a card can only be used by somebody, that's the name underneath there.
Yeah.
Because that looks
that's
like...
Callous, right?
Yeah, that looks like that's a card. So.
96 will be after 3 Highlander movies and 4 seasons of the TV. Okay, that's good to know. And they only... Yeah, they think only males will ever play this game. Very rude.
Not very inclusive language.
Not inclusive at all.
Highlander the Card Game, you are canceled.
Yeah.
All right. I've got Cat and Mouse. Oh, this is a very sensual art here. Situation. Plot. When you play Cat and Mouse, total the number of Cat and Mouse plots in play by all players. After you play this card, draw a card from your endurance for each Cat and Mouse in play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna make kissy faces.
That's that from the movie? That's from the movie, right?
I have no idea, man. I already told you that I'm a Highlander neophyte. So
he's excited about Highlander the card game. It's a fake Highlander.
I'm a fake Highlander gamer boy.
I have hidden explosives.
Ooh.
Xavier St. Cloud. Event. All players take 1 damage for each situation in play.
for each of is the situation from MTV's hit reality show Jersey Shore in this card game?
Oh, you're right. The copyright at the bottom is Galmont Television.
Yeah, this says Galmont Television. This says Galmont Television. So, okay, I have James Horton.
Is it a character?
There's no text.
Look at the back.
Whoa! Okay.
What?
So, all right. So there we got it. We got that's amazing.
This is next level stuff.
This is some next level. This is double-sided cards.
Innovators.
This is double-sided cards.
20 years before Magic.
Before Magic. Okay. Okay. All right. So this text is small. So play this card before the game begins. This card represents your Watcher, and you may only have one such card in play. Your Watcher is James Horton. Okay. James Horton. Okay. Is this flavor text?
It's just flavor text.
James Horton was the top student at the Watcher Academy in Geneva.
Okay.
And was given an extended assignment, traveling across the world to observe various immortals. Unlike others who work closely with immortals, Horton has only grown in contempt and hatred for them. Oh. He has tracked and destroyed countless immortals.
Oh, damn.
And will not rest until he brings an end to the immortals and their game.
Wow, he's real cool.
All right, so
he is the character you play in an RPG, in the Highlander RPG.
Yeah.
I'm not an immortal. I'm the human.
I'm the human who hunts immortals. All right, now he does have. It does something he's got.
Buffy. Yeah.
All right. So while James Horton is assigned as your Watcher,
trying to kill you.
Any Watcher event you play that does damage does an additional point of damage. So he is helping you do damage to your opponent. So yeah, once again, there's James Horton. There's the wall of text on the back there. But that's interesting. I gotta say, I do not hate that there is that much lore on a character card that you find. And I'm sure you saw the back of the card.
While you're putting it down.
Yeah, but I color me surprised. I was like, this card is just like a token. This card, like, there's a face on this card.
Have y'all ever seen Nathan so excited? He was to realize that the James Horton had text on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
I got Dojo. It's a situation. Everything's coming together right now.
It's clicking.
At the beginning of your turn, you may place cards from your hand face down under Dojo, or take cards from the Dojo and place them in your hand. The Dojo can hold to 5 cards. If Dojo leaves play, for any reason, the cards under Dojo are discarded.
It's an archive! It's an archive!
The Dojo is the archive!
The Dojo is the archive!
Amazing. That's cool.
Did Richard Garfield rip off Highlander the card game?
I think it's just facts.
Okay. I have this card is a green border.
Yeah, I also have green borders. I think okay, I don't know.
This is Back Away Hugh Fitzcairn. This is a dodge. This defense will not avoid ranged attacks. You may only make ranged attacks this turn.
So I'll go ahead and show you. I have a Back Away as well.
Oh, but it's Kolos.
But it's Kolos, yeah.
And it's got different text?
It's the same text.
It's the same text, but it's a character specific. We call those money grabs.
Yeah.
We call those money grabs, everybody.
And they are green border, but you can't see because of the chroma.
Yeah. It's chromed out, but they have green borders. You can see it on the overcam.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, mine is another Song of the Executioner Callus, but I believe it's different.
You got a Callus pack.
Yeah, it's a straight up Callus pack. So this is situation and plot. Jealousy. You must have Protege in play to play this card. And the other one mentioned Jealousy, right? What did I have that mentioned Jealousy and...
It was the thing that required Malice.
Oh, that's the Song of Executioner as well. It says Malice. You must have Protege and Jealousy to play this card. That says you must have Protege to play this card. So I need Malice. No, I need Protege? I gotta find a Protege.
Bearded Archer hit us with the movie. Pasta.
Someone is gonna be mad about us
talking
I'm sorry.
about Highlander. Okay, this is... Please accept our formal apology, all Highlander fans. We're not trying to make fun of your favorite event of all time, I guess. Okay. I've got Callus.
Do you Malice? Oh!
We got Callus.
Oh, is Callus a Watcher? Oh, he is BA, dude. Look at this guy.
We got some more. Okay, we're going to get clues as to who Callus is.
Oh, man.
All right. Under the deep and beautiful baritone voice of the seemingly peaceful and talented brother Callus lay a cold-blooded murderer.
Callus Watchers murderers.
Callus now bears a jagged scar across his neck. His voice transformed from angelic beauty into a metallic gurgle. twisted by scar tissue and his own hatred. Callus has now emerged from long years of silence to reap revenge on those who oppose him. Holy ground is his hunting ground, proving that Callus will stop at nothing to claim the prize.
Wait, is Callus an immortal?
Now, if you'll pardon me,
Okay.
I have to sing a mass for the dead. A quote by Callus. Callus says, at the end of his draw phase, your opponent must discard a card from his hand for each point of damage you inflict that turn with attacks and events. You may have up to 5 master cards. Whatever that means. So,
It feels like Callus is not a watcher.
Callus, well, because this said your watcher is James Horton.
Ah.
Callus may just be one of the playable characters in the game.
Okay. I see. All right. This is Master Swordsman, not character specific. Just Master Swordsman. You can see special attack and defense. When you play this card, choose one area on the grid where the attack or defense applies. If used as an attack, this attack may be a power blow without an exertion. Whoa. If used as a defense, this defense may block a power blow without an exertion. Whoa.
What does that mean?
That's very cool.
I have Evade with Annie Devlin. This actually looks like it is from the same fight. This is Dodge. You narrowly avoid your opponent's attack. That's just a picture there.
I have a Hugh Fitzcairn Evade.
So this one is part green, part black.
This one's part green, part black as well.
Oh, it's telling you what side. So this is actually really cool. There's a visual indicator on the card to let you know what part of the grid you're blocking. This is actually smart design.
Yeah, so
right?
you can see you can't quite see on the chroma, but I'll show you on this cam. But the grid of the upper right or upper left has solid green on it. I think that's showing what side you're blocking on. But also on that side of the card, there's the
stripe right there. And so that's pretty cool because that's using space.
That's legit.
That's using space of the border to help you mentally know when you're holding your hand like this, right? When I'm holding my hand like that, I know I've got a block.
When you're playing the Swordsmaster game system, you feel as if your hand of cards is an extension of your sword. Your deck is your hilt, if you will, and your hand is the blade. Very easy to see. All right, I have. Is this a character? No, it's not. Signorina Ariana as a situation.
Oh.
Signorina Ariana. While Signorina Ariana is in play, you may make an additional exertion each turn if that exertion is used to search for an attack or defense.
Oh, okay. Sounds like exertions are a game rule that exists. Honestly,
she's also got the icon there. I guess that shows that she's like an ally or something.
Yeah. This is a situation plot.
Oh, situations. Okay.
Yeah. This is an event. It's like a lightning bolt, so maybe that means it's like an instant or something. Yeah. Like it happens when you play it, and situation is like...
There must be situations, events, and attacks.
Yeah.
And parries, right?
I've got a trip by Annie Devlin. I got this Annie Devlin pack. All right. Event. You force your opponent onto rough ground, tripping him. Your next successful attack this turn does an additional point of damage. Your opponent loses any standing defenses. So, Annie Devlin's tripping.
Annie Devlin cards are unreadable. I'm sorry.
Are they like color coded or Callus's? Were Callus's did he have blue?
Callus it's like that, and then green. It's like brown.
Okay, because this is like
brown.
He's got like
kind of brown.
Or is it that background?
It's like the border. Yeah.
Is it the border?
Yeah, because like look at that. Callus. That's Callus.
Oh, it's like a book. He's got like books.
Callus.
Annie Devlin has this green. Oh, is she Irish? Is this the Irish flag in the background?
Oh,
is that what this is?
It's like a watermark.
Yeah. Well, no. Is it green on the? I mean, it's chroma keyed. It's chroma keyed, so you can't see. But the Irish flag, is it green, white, orange? Losing the. See that? Is that the Irish flag back there?
Oh, maybe.
Is she Irish? Is that what's going on? Are we? This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would.
It's really interesting. Legitimately interesting.
I thought we'd be like halfway through one pack and we'd just be like done with this game. But so yeah.
I have circular parry. You can see bottom left 3 grids of the block. If this is the last successful defense you played this turn and it's successful, you may increase the chance of a disarming play in turn 1 and 6. I think I already got a parry, right? Or circular parry?
Yeah, you had one earlier, right?
Is this the same card? It is exactly the same. Okay.
Okay. You got the same card in the same pack? That's good or bad?
I don't know.
I
guess it's a common. I can't tell if there's a rarity. There are pips in the bottom right.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means. But I have multiple cards.
I got one right here. I got one on this one.
I have some with no pip though.
Yeah.
I think I don't know that the play area was 9 block. I think that's just like the area you're attacking on your opponent.
Does the pips mean neutral?
Maybe.
Right? Because these are not specific.
The ones with characters on them
these are like the named ones, right? Hugh Fitzcairn,
yeah, I think you're
Annie
right.
Devlin, Callis.
We probably will end up looking up the rules and playing this game at this point.
Yeah. We may have enough to play the game out of the box because I didn't know if there was going to be
characters.
If there's going to be starter specific cards, right?
You have to have.
It's very possible, and there may be more. I may be able to get my hands on more boxes of this.
This man saw Highlander the card game at Ollie's and only bought 1 box of it. Highlander the card game left them all there.
I didn't think it was appropriate to buy more than.
I said we'll never be Pro Tour Highlander the card game players unless you commit.
All right, I've got Joe Dawson, which is a situation that says discard Joe Dawson to duplicate the effects of any Watcher event played last turn. Or you may discard Joe Dawson to remove James Horton from play.
James Horton.
He's got a gun.
Shit. He's got a gun. He's
got a gun. He shows up and shoots him.
Okay. I have Continuity, which is a Hugh Fitzcairn card. I think it's our first Hugh Fitzcairn card. Oh, you had one too?
Yeah, I had to back away from him. So.
It's a situation. It says, for your next 3 defenses, if you exert for a defense, you may exert 1 card at a time until you find the defense you need, or the full exertion is made. This is a standing defense. Discard after the 3rd defense is played. All right.
Okay. It sounds like the rules for actual sword fighting in this are very complicated, if I'm being honest. So, all right. Impressive move. Event with a flourish of movement. You force your opponent to react instinctively. At the beginning of your opponent's next turn, he must draw up to his full ability. You may play another event this turn. Oh! So this says we may play another event this turn. So are we locked to 1 event a turn?
Oh, possibly. Yeah. Possibly.
And now another question is, what is our ability?
Yeah, because some of it was like lose 6 ability, right?
Yeah.
Plot twist. Edge. Is this a different card type? It's got a hand in the upper left. Edge. Play this card in order to play a situation. A plot out of sequence. In order to play a situation plot out of sequence, you must still have all parts of the plot in play before the plot card can take effect. So you have to like assemble a plot. Is that what the other card is saying?
Interesting. All right, we got another card type here. This is the Watcher Database. It is an object.
Ooh, okay.
While this card is in play, if a player is using a quickening card that duplicates an ability from another persona, he is also affected by any Nemesis cards in play that affect that persona. Okay? This is the Stop Copies Me card. So, Watcher Database. We've got state-of-the-art technology on display here. That is a CRT monitor. It's a monitor so big that you actually pile books on top of it.
Is that the card list? This is
that's spoilers. That's spoiler territory.
You said there's rarity?
Don't look at it.
I'm not looking at it.
Okay, but it is a searchable thing. I love how when I was looking up the Babylon 5 card game, I went to a website that looked very similar to that. That looks like it was a GeoCity site.
I got another Hugh Fitzgerald card. An event. Charm.
Fitzcairn, please.
Fitzcairn, sorry. Your charming wit is... Was it say irresistible? Yes, it does. Target player must discard all attacks from their hand. It says his hand. Of course.
If your
it says
opponent
it's
is female, they don't have to discard cards.
brother.
Because this game didn't anticipate women playing it.
Yeah.
Hideo Koto situation. Discard Hideo Koto to add 1 damage to any successful basic attack. You may only have 1 Hideo Koto in play.
No, he's pretty cool. I have Combination, an Anna Devlin card. Unreadable. It's an event.
I'd want to
play an additional attack this turn. Defense will not block or avoid consecutive attacks. The Anna Devlin stuff. Look at this.
I have a circular parry. Is this a different grid than the ones you had?
Circular parry. Yes.
Oh, look at that. It says, if the last defense you play this turn is successful, then you may increase the chance of a disarm you play this turn by 1 in 6.
Same. Yeah.
But this is a separate grid there. It's the upper left. You'll notice the blue border up and down to show you on the card where the block happens.
And then my last card is Lunge.
Oh, you played stuff out.
I was saying that when I got duplicates, I was showing duplicates.
Oh, gotcha.
Edge play in conjunction with a basic attack. Your opponent may block normally, but may not dodge this attack unless dodged from an exertion.
Okay, so I have a Callous Trip, which is a lot like the Annie Devlin one. It is your next. These are different. So Trip for Callous says your next attack this turn may not be dodged. Your opponent loses any standing at defense. And Annie Devlin's Trip says your next successful attack this turn does an additional point of damage. Your opponent loses any standing defenses. So they both get rid of standing defenses, but they get extra. They get some extra text there. And then I had Master Thief Amanda, which is a character I don't think we've seen yet. Edge. This is an Edge. Have we seen Edges?
I had an Edge.
Yeah, an Edge. Okay. Play in conjunction with Steel. You may continue to choose and discard a card from your opponent's hand until you discard an immortal specific card. Sounds like this modifies a card that you are playing.
It's like tech.
And then this is Immortal Wound situation. Playing your attack phase. If none of your attacks this turn are successful, discard Immortal Wound immediately. For each Immortal Wound you have in play, your opponent must discard a card at the end of his draw phase. So you are giving your opponent wounds, is what this sounds like. You play this, and if you successfully hit them, then you mark them forever.
Okay.
So I gotta say, after one pack, some interesting stuff going on. I'm actually fairly intrigued.
Yeah.
Now, this game seems like a money trap because you've got character-specific cards. And yeah, so all right.
Let's open up one more pack and pick out interesting stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll not necessarily go through every card, but it's too fun to open.
Okay, got another character here. God. We got Kern. This is a Power Blow card. Play this card in conjunction with an attack. You do not need to make an exertion to make this attack a power attack. I'm willing to bet that this is a card for every single character. Then, right? Power Blow lets you exert an attack. So
I have a neutral attack that only attacks one spot, Flurry Strike. So it's only hitting middle left grid, and it's red. I wonder if red is like targeted.
You had something that required a protege, right?
Yeah.
So Song of the Executioner, Situation Plot, Protege.
And it's Callous.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that goes with it. Okay, now wait, okay. We've got some interesting things here. This has a number on it. Right there.
Ooh,
Advanced
okay.
Warning 3.
All
so
right.
We'll see. How many have logged in the past few minutes? All right. Okay, so this Advanced Warning. You have felt the approach of another immortal and prepared yourself. Discard this card to retrieve a defense from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, okay. I don't know what 3 means, though.
I got this card. Master's Advice, another Callous card. I'm getting loaded up with Callous cards over here. It's a situation, and it's got some flavor text, which I like. I like the flavor text before the rules of the
Is
card.
that this card?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Before you took his head, Brother Paul taught you patience. While this card is in play, your ability is increased by 2. You may not have more than 1 Master's Advice in play.
So I have a Master's Attack for Annie Devlin.
Oh, look at that border.
Yeah, it's orange border all the way around.
That
it's
is
also
sick.
it's miscut. It's like not centered
yeah.
on it.
Shut off.
This attack does 2 damage. This is a special attack. It does 2 damage. Your opponent may only play 1 defense against this attack. The defense played by this attack must block or avoid all areas to be successful. This attack may not be a power blow. Okay. So.
I gotta say, I like the design on the cards. Did you say you had a Kern trip?
No, I had the Kern.
Here's a Kern trip.
Ah.
It's blacked out. Look at that. That's so cool. How many sets are there, Herb? You force your opponent to the ground, rough ground, tripping him. Your next successful attack this turn does an additional point of damage. Your opponent loses any standing defense.
Okay. So I have 2 cards called Watcher here.
A lot of sets? I wonder if they're all the fan-made sets in there.
Okay.
Okay.
I got two.
They're the same thing?
No, they have... one is Event Watcher Tribunal. All players take 1 damage for every Watcher or Watcher Field Agent in his discard pile. And then Watcher Event Agents Threatened, and all players must discard any Watchers they have in play.
I also have those 2 Watcher cards.
Okay. Print runs in this game are sus.
I have another Flurry Strike, which is a different spot. And it gets bonuses for the other, not the Flurry Strikes you play.
Yeah, so I have one as
well. I had that one as well.
And a different zone.
And they're neutral.
Yeah. I have a Dr. Ann Lindsay. Discard this card to prevent 2 damage this turn. You may only have 1 Dr. Ann Lindsay in play. She's like a defensive card.
Yeah, well, someone's got to get decapitated. That's how it got to go. The rest of my cards are mostly repeats. I do have a Nemesis situation. Falsetto. You may play this card if your opponent is Callous. While the card is in play, for each point of damage Callous inflicts, he must discard a card at the end of his next draw phase, instead of his opponent. You may only have 1 Nemesis in play. Straight up tech. 50 to 70 sets.
It's got to be the fan stuff.
Yeah,
right?
100% is fan stuff, yeah.
I'm going to open another pack because the rest of that pack was boring.
Yeah, mine's boring too. I'm going to open another one.
Uh-oh. I've got Joe Dawson.
Joe Dawson.
Oh, we'll come to him in a second. Nemesis, that was their...
I think that this is one of those games that literally kept fan engagement forever, and they kept making stuff.
So this is Jealousy. Do we have the full Callous combo?
I think we do, yeah.
Song of the Executioner, Callous, Situation, Plot, Jealousy. You must have a Protege card in play to play this card.
Nathan, did you order the code red?
Yeah.
Did you?
You're damn right I did.
Did you order the code red? Code red, the signal for all watchers to abandon their current posts and focus their energies on a single assignment. Oh. All watchers and Watcher Field Agents in play return to their owner's hands.
Okay, there's a Nefertiti character.
I got Kern. Man, Kern cards look the sickest of all cards, let's be honest. I got Power Blow for Kern.
But this pack had 2 Dr. Ann Lindsays in it.
Huh.
You kidding me with this? Alright.
I got another Flurry Strike.
Nemesis. Oh, okay, so there's like Nemesis cards. You said you had a Nemesis card if your opponent was
a Callous
Kern.
Nemesis.
Callous.
Yeah.
So this one is for Annie Devlin. While this card is in play, Annie may never make more than 1 attack during her turn for any reason. You may only have 1 Nemesis in play. This one is for Hugh Fitzcairn, and he says, while this card is in play, Hugh Fitzcairn loses 2 ability for every exertion he makes.
I have like a James Horton card. Situation card.
Huh. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have the Joe Dawson. I guess he's a Watcher? Is this a Watcher? Yeah, while Joe Dawson is assigned as your Watcher at the end of your turn, you may make an exertion to take any Watcher cards in your discard pile and place them at the bottom of your Endurance. I'm guessing Endurance is the draw deck.
I have a Hugh Fitzcairn Nemesis.
So Joe Dawson's flavor text is, crippled in Vietnam, but saved by an immortal, Joe Dawson eventually became a member of the only mortal organization with knowledge of immortals, the Watchers. Sworn to observe and record, but never interfere. Dawson has nevertheless follows his conscience, doing what he feels is right instead of blindly following an oath first sworn centuries ago.
Did you get Watcher's Chronicles?
No.
This is Watcher Chronicle 2.
Object.
It says, while this card is in play, instead of playing a special card in a turn, you may search through your endurance.
Joe Dawson is one of the characters you actually recognize from the show. That's pretty funny.
For any Nemesis card. Oh, this lets you search up a Nemesis card, regardless of who your opponent is. I think your endurance has to be your deck, right?
Yeah.
It says reshuffle endurance.
Okay, so here's 2 more characters. We've got I'm guessing these are playable characters. Richie Ryan and Nefertiti.
Richie Ryan.
Yeah.
Quick learner.
So discard this card. Vengeance. You may play an attack for each attack your opponent played against you last turn. Dodges will not avoid consecutive attacks from Vengeance.
Did you say you got a protege?
Yes.
For Callus?
Yeah. I have the jealousy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. So I think it's like you play this one turn, you play that the next turn, and then on the follow-up turn you play the thing, and then like
the Song of the Executioner.
The plot is fully so.
Goodness gracious. He's reaching for another pack.
He's going one pack. Okay. Go one pack.
You better go buy the rest of this tomorrow.
Code Red. Luther. Oh.
Did you get the ultra rare? What is that? Official rule?
It's not in every pack. But here's the official rules edition.
What?
Allies.
Put that out there.
Okay.
What?
And it's got the back. It's got the back.
It's also got the back.
What is an ally? Ally is a new term in the Watcher's Chronicle. Oh, so this must be the second set.
It's got to be.
This can't be the first set. Yeah, did it replace a card? I think it did.
That makes me wonder if we could even get like Callus, the character, or whoever else, right?
Yeah.
Kern.
Yeah. We got Kern. But
we did get a Kern?
No, sorry. We got Callus, but
we got Callus.
But yeah. Okay. Ally is a new term which pertains to any card that has the proper name of a character from the television series or movies. That's an official rule. Explaining further, such names include cards like Dr. Ann Lindsay, Joe Dawson, James Horton, Signorina Ariana, and Hideo Koto. However, allies do not stop with a Watcher's Chronicle. Now, any card with the proper name of a character from past and future editions is considered an ally. Does this retroactively affect the first set?
It sounds like it. So this is 3 years after the core set? What the heck? All right, we have to case Gen Con to find more Highlander the Card Game.
Yeah, this is a mission now. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay. So credits. Highlander CCG and the Swordmaster system, Mike Sager. The Watcher's Chronicle design, Sam Orlando, Benjamin Durbin, Troy Kreisler, Billy Littlepage, Mike Sager, and Terry Eldred. Visual design, layout, and production, Brad Kelly in brackets, cool graphics, and Billy Littlepage.
Pretty cool graphics. I have a.
I have seen.
I'm impressed by the design, honestly.
Yeah, the crimes
for the time.
Yeah, here's a Duncan MacLeod card. I got a feeling this is probably like a super.
That's
rare.
worth $1 million.
Yeah,
let me see that. Put it on there. It looks so BA.
Looks badass.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
This is actually one of the few.
That's one of the first Duncan MacLeod's card we've seen.
Yeah, and this is one of the few cards I've seen that has like a dark picture on it that doesn't look like garbage because they're washed out. There's a bunch of stuff.
Is that literally Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII?
No, Duncan MacLeod. Like I said, he was the main character.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I got a Hugh Fitzcairn card with the 2 on it. Fast Talk. That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. The flavor text on this is Connor taught you this special defense.
Connor, yeah.
If this is the last defense you played, your next attack this turn may be hidden attacks.
You blow that block if you trigger the events before the fight. Madness. I got the Hugh Fitzcairn Nemesis.
I'm gonna go for one more pack.
Okay. I think I got Annie Devlin's Nemesis too.
There's a Duncan MacLeod slash.
There's Annie Devlin's Nemesis. Duncan McLeod Slash. That's $25 card right there.
Here's Kern.
We need those like plastic inserts. We should be saving these. You got Kern?
Kern! Look at this dude.
Oh, I'm a Kern main. Look at Kern. He's so cool.
$75.
Holy crap.
All right. Okay, you ready? Here's the Kern lore.
Yes.
All right. For over half a millennium.
I got his hog. Keep reading Kern's lore. I got a Kern too. There you go. You keep reading.
All right. For over half a millennium, Kern has lived his life as a wanderer, not tied to any place or anyone. His years of unchecked power have made him a cruel and heartless opponent. He is a vicious predator who makes use of his immortality to crush his opponents, overwhelming them with his raw physical power. His tactics include the murder and desecration of everyone and everything his opponent holds dear. This slaughter is all part of the game to Kern, who takes joy in corruption and violent acts. I don't actually think I don't think I'm allowed to read this flavor text.
Let me see it.
I'm not gonna read the flavor text.
I'm not gonna risk it.
I'm not gonna risk it.
When you exert an attack, you may play a number of non-special attacks from that exertion. You may have up to 5 master cards.
I am gonna Google that word to see.
I think it's a Highlander specific slur.
I don't know,
but I'm not sure.
We're playing a little. We're playing it cautious.
Yeah, we're playing.
We're gonna play it cautious.
2 Kerns and 2 packs. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right. One more.
Just like one more
pack.
Just like one more. What if we get a clout? 400 plus cards. No, that's offensive.
Colossus. Power Blow. The Dojo. Trip. Dr. Ann Lindsay.
I was gonna, Dan, dude, what number is on your Dr. Ann Lindsay? I have a 3 in mine.
Yeah, that's. I think she's always 3.
Okay.
I've opened like 5 of her.
Did you read it, Player? Is it racist? Okay. Well, good thing we didn't read it. I have an Annie Devlin back away. We have a lot of Annie Devlin cards here.
This pack had 2 dojos in it. I can't imagine how mad I would be if I had to play Highlander on a budget. Oh,
we got Hugh Fitzcairn.
This pack was a dud.
We got Hugh Fitzcairn. I'm gonna read here Hugh Fitzcairn's. Okay. He was born late in the year 1195. Hugh Fitzcairn is a fine, if only slightly lecherous English gentleman. Has special years in pursuit of the perfect woman. Along the way, Fitz has encountered many mortals, befriending some, battling others to the gory end. He fights with honor, grace, and an unmatched savvy. A romantic hero, Fitz is always at ease, at least until he gets himself in trouble up to his neck. He still finds time to relax, awaiting the next woman to capture his heart. It's not the waiting, or it's not the fighting I hate, it's the waiting for it, Hugh Fitzcairn says.
This pack was identical to the first pack I opened.
Identical?
Identical. The exact same cards. Almost. There were 2 cards different in this pack. It had the James Horton, it had the Kalis.
That's ridiculous, Player. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, that's a cool slur. Let's just use that.
Here's Annie Devlin getting arrested by the cops. Well, this is early 90s, so, like, having an Irish character, that's, like, actually a kind of a thing, right?
Got Annie Devlin, but evade here. Very chromid. Very chromid.
I can only assume... I don't know.
I got the Watcher Regional HQ. Location. He's still opening packs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a Bowie knife for Kern.
This is a Highlander box opening stream now.
I got a Bowie knife for Kern.
Oh, yes. Kern main.
Oh, yeah. No, I can keep opening them.
What's this?
What is that?
Richie Ryan?
Oh, it's the other character. Look at that.
Oh. Let's read Richie Ryan. Born in 1974, he lost his foster mother at a very young age and raised himself on the city streets. He was 6 months shy of his 18th birthday and a criminal career when he stumbled upon Duncan and Connor doing the Knights of the Round Table thing. Killed by a random urban violence in 1993, he learned that he is immortal and he gets to play with the big swords now. He is a Spanish rapier given to him by Duncan MacLeod, who first found and trained him. Feel the material of this card. It is not the same.
You're right.
It's like plastic-ish.
Yeah, it's like
it's a super rare material, Richie Ryan. It looks like a baseball
Seduce.
card. It's crazy.
Hugh Fitzcairn, the lecherous Hugh Fitzcairn here is using the Seduce card to seduce someone. So.
Donna Ondrinka. Got more Annie Devlin stuff. Back away. Got Duck.
I'm gonna have to open from your side of the box.
Whoa!
Packs I'm getting our duds.
I got a Duncan McLeod Duck. Richie Ryan. That's pretty cool.
Man, there's some lame packs in this game.
Nope.
There's like I said, there's a lot of diminishing returns on opening cards in this.
Nope. All right.
Lighthouse, a location.
There's no Watcher's Chronicle and Richie Ryan. So that means the card was from another set. Yet it's in Watcher's Chronicle. Oh!
Is that... Ah. I haven't even, like, literally haven't even seen any of that character's cards.
I got a rules insert. It's a customer satisfaction card. You can't make this shit up.
The audacity. I would like this game more if I didn't get if I didn't get shorted on cards. Okay, let's see.
I also got an Allies rule card.
Oh, listen to the customer satisfaction thing. Send us 5 cards you don't want from this edition.
Okay.
A self-addressed stamped envelope. This card completely filled out. And we'll send you a promotional card only available here.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
List title, immortal, and subtitle if given. So name, address, city. Asking for a bunch of stuff. Kansas City, Missouri. Thunder Castle Games. And then, would you like information on our products? Yes or no?
This card is also the different material, and we have, like you said, we haven't seen a single other card from it. And Herb said that Richie wasn't in the set. I wonder if Slan also is not in the set and doesn't have any cards in the set. That's pretty cool. It's like Legacies. They literally invented Legacies.
Man, there are some dud packs in this game. There are some dud packs in this game.
But there are some sweet packs with cards like that. That's so cool. With Temptress, Nefertiti card.
Oh. What's that?
I got a Joe Dawson. It's your boy Joe Dawson.
There's a Annie Devlin flashback card. We're getting more.
I got a Richie Ryan, quick learner. What's Joe Dawson's deal? Let's see. This is a Watcher. Okay.
Yeah, I think
crippled in Vietnam but saved by an immortal. Joe Dawson. Oh, you already got this one?
Yeah, I read that one.
Got it. More packs. How many packs are in this set? 30?
I think it was 36. I think it was 36.
36? It was not 36.
I think maybe it was 30.
It feels like 20.
Let's see.
You know it doesn't say. How ridiculous.
Who knows? Who could know?
Packs.
I think. So here's the thing. And this is what I was worried about. This is why I didn't want to buy 6 boxes of this.
We don't have a set.
Because I think we've got a full set here.
I don't think we have a full set.
I think we're pretty close to a full set.
I would wonder if we can make a deck though. Make 2 decks. I doubt we can make 2 decks out of a box.
Another customer satisfaction card?
Especially out of a random set in the middle of its existence. We might struggle to make a deck. Card Game Necromancy, sponsored by Ollie's. You know it. This stream was sponsored by Ollie's. Basically.
This is the last part. I got to it before he could. I played my plot twist. Oh man, this card is miscut.
Oh jeez.
It's worth more. Yeah, that was a Battle Rage. This card is I'm just gonna show this off because it's misaligned. It's like printed wrong, right? It's printed outside of its box. It's another Annie Devlin card. We didn't get any Annie Devlins though,
no,
right?
We gotta keep buying until we get Annie Devlin. Yeah, but we can get a cool
Oh, you're right.
Any Devlin.
You're right. I wonder if these were cards people turned in.
I doubt
From
it.
the first set.
These are pretty cool, actually.
Play this card before the game begins in conjunction with the Slan Quint's Persona card. Persona card. You may begin the game with +1 ability. This card modifies your persona and may not be removed from play.
Mm.
Oh, this guy's like a serial killer or something, maybe?
I feel like we don't have enough basic attacks, too. There's just so much random stuff.
Yeah, I've got another Duncan McLeod slash. I think they're like basic components that we just
we need
don't
to find like starter sets to get basic cards.
Yeah. That'll be a mission for Gen Con, is to see if we can find some stuff to round this out. Like we have one location, and I feel like locations could be vital to the game. So, and I only saw one of this lighthouse, by the way. I don't know if you saw.
I didn't see a lighthouse. I saw the HQ. That was the only thing I saw.
Okay.
They Watcher HQ.
Yeah.
Location.
Well, this card is in play. Any player who makes an unsuccessful attack loses all standing defenses and may not play a dodge during his next turn. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we are just missing from the game. So,
very cool though. That was a fun time. I think it was more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I had no doubt. It was actually, I thought it was going to be pretty fun, but this ended up being a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. Want to see a live vlog walk around Gen Con asking if they have Highlander the Card Game? That would be fun. A while back, I considered trying to figure out how to do IRL for Gen Con, and then I realized it would be a lot of work. This year, we're not even spending that much time at the con, so
yeah, for safety reasons.
For safety reasons, yeah.
We're at Gen Con. We're at the Super Spreader event. We're at the combination Gen Con Super Spreader event.
Yeah, let's walk around and talk a lot.
Yeah,
that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I'll listen intently with my mouth open.
We could Highlander cosplay. We just get sweet dusters and walk around with cool dusters. We will not be the only people wearing dusters. I'll tell you that right now.
It just goes Kern.
Just go as Kern.
Just
have an open vest.
Open vest. Open leather vest.
There's more rares than uncommon and commons.
Wow, incredible! What a money grab. I love it. Honestly, it's shameless, but I love it. So
yeah, it is good. Well, I do want to play Highlander the Card Game. That is on our Card Game Necromancy
list. We gotta see UR cards. Okay.
If we gotta buy some starters on eBay, so be it. But we're gonna try to see what we can find at Gen Con. There's a post about the people playing at Gen Con this year.
I love it.
They'll laugh at us if we go up and then like.
Yeah, when we come back, because it'll be a week from Wednesday before we stream again. And we'll post in Discord with what our plans are. I think Sundays are a good day for Keyforge, and then screwing around during the week doing various other things.
Yeah.
I think that's.
And we can start the G1 on Sunday.
So we'll come back from Gen Con on a Wednesday. We'll probably try to do a Card Game Necromancy, because we'll that's going to be peak Card Game Necromancy right there. It'll be the most excited we will be about these card games.
Yeah.
So anything with someone's name is an uncommon or rare.
Whoa, that's weird.
Character specific cards are mostly rare and uncommon. Well, now wait a sec. So like all of those Abyssal Conspiracy, we'll have time to.
We will have time.
Yeah, we'll have time to.
We will not say no.
Yeah, but it may be a while. Yeah, it might be a while.
I'm just not that excited about playing it for whatever reason.
Yeah. And me either.
I want to play. We would rather just jam Keyforge games, right?
I want to do it, and if we're going to play a cooperative game, there's a lot of Marvel Champions that we haven't gotten to play.
Yeah, there are a lot of better cooperative games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Descent. But lots of Marvel Champions. We never got to finish the last expansion, the Guardians expansion. So
yeah, we did.
And we have like 3 more characters we haven't played with. Yeah, the Venom and Drax
Nebula's out soon.
Nebula's out soon. Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of characters to play.
The Thanos box is out next month.
Yeah. Maybe. I think it may even be pushed.
I could order it right now and get it.
Yeah.
But I won't, because I'm not that worried about it. We have plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Okay. That's our stream.
That's wrapping it up. Hope everybody enjoyed Highlander.
I did.
There was a lot to enjoy here.
It was good stuff. Highlander the Card Game. Coming to a Card Game Necromancy stream near you.
Yeah.
Like I said, we will not be back till next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be at Gen Con. We'll see whoever at Gen Con that's at Gen Con. So.
Yeah. We will bring Rivera the Armed with its title belt. Ready to defend.
Where am I putting these?
I don't know where you're putting those Highlander cards. I do not know. You should have planned ahead.
I
should have got a deck box.
I work in a game store, and I didn't get deck boxes today.
We will, I'm sure, be communicative in Discord and all that stuff. We'll talk about what we find. If we find anything cool, we'll mention the games we play and stuff. So hang out with us in Discord. It was an experience. It was a good experience. No IRL stream from Gen Con. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Not this year, though. We're chilling this year. We haven't had vacations in a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's over 2 years.
So
for me, at least. I think Justin had a break or two in there somewhere. But
leave the Eddie cam on. You can watch Eddie be very sad the entire time I'm gone. See, look at him right now. He knows we're talking about.
He knows what's happening. He knows what's coming.
Yep. All right. Everyone, have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. And we will see you in 9 days.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.